That's an understatement. Heather said. She bit me when I tried to take her this afternoon. Danielle let out a snicker. Just give her time to adjust to her new surroundings. Dr. Lawson said before turning his attention back to Ella. Now, Isabella, I'm going to press around your stomach. You let me know if anything hurts. She closed her eyes as he pressed around her upper belly and sides. Good, you're doing good so far. Oh, does this hurt? Ella nodded, wincing as he pressed again below her belly button. What? What is it? Heather asked as he continued, more gently to feel around. Do you know when your last bowel movement was? Ella blushed and stared at the ceiling. Yesterday, on the way home. Heather said, looking to Danielle for confirmation. Did she soil herself? No, we were stuck in traffic. Danielle took her to some bushes on the side of the road. So you do know when you need to go 1 and 2? Ella nodded. So how did you handle taking care of business in the hospital? Were you in diapers? She shook her head. Did you use the toilet? No. How about a bedpan? She turned her hand side to side. Sometimes. She nodded, before making a circle with her arms and holding on to imaginary handles. He looked puzzled for a moment before realization dawned on him. Good, it's what I thought. And you had no trouble with this, correct? No fear. Ella shook her head again. So do you think you could use that at home if you had the option over diapers? This time Ella nodded her head eagerly. What if it was in the bathroom? Is it the toilet you're scared of? She shook her head. So you wouldn't use it if it was in the bathroom? She shook her head again. Isabella, when was the last time you spoke? More than one word. When was the last time you had a verbal conversation? She thought about it before lifting up a finger on 1 and 2 in the other. 1 to 2 years ago. She nodded. Why is that? She shrugged. If I gave you something to write with, would you explain? Are you just feeling shy? Ella motioned in the air like she was writing, and Heather gave her back her notepad and pencil. Words won't come out. Even when I want them to. So you do want to communicate. It's not that you won't talk, it's that you can't. Ella nodded. But I've heard her talk. Danielle said. I've heard her say no and, hey. Well, let's focus on one thing at a time here. Isabella, I'm going to take a quick peek at your privates. I promise I'm not going to hurt you, I'm just going to make sure you aren't hurt anywhere, okay? Ella nodded. She counted the ceiling tiles as she felt herself being spread open, and then it was over. I didn't see any sign of external injuries or scaring, but that doesn't mean she wasn't abused, unfortunately. He said to Heather. 90% of sexually abused kids won't show any external signs. That's very high. Heather said. All right, I just need to check one more place. Can you turn on your side and get into the fetal position? Yeah, just like that. I'm going to do the same thing with your backside, just a quick peek and, done. Good job, Isabella. The hard parts are over. She breathed a sigh of relief when she saw him pulling off the gloves. Now then, let's talk about the first issue. Your belly. When you last went number 2, was it normal? No. Danielle answered for her. Explosive. It was nasty. Nothing's going to grow there now. Shush. Heather said. No, this is good to know. When was the last time before that? Ella shrugged. She didn't keep track. You don't remember? Okay, so I felt quite a bit of stool in your colon, and I think that's what's giving you belly pain and giving you the runs. Do you need to go number 2?